From a Muslim woman says this.
Minnesota Somalis are almost, honestly, East African Muslims.
To Kenyan man side with Somalians in America.
Oh, just because a few Somali guys were caught doing shitty stuff up in Minnesota now.
Facts about Somalia.
So it seems to be a trend on social media right now for all the liberal content creators to tell us how amazing the country of Somalia is.
Hello, how are you? Welcome back to ShowNewTrend. I'm host of today and my name is Elvis Derry.
A man tells anyone who finds joy in Trump calling for Somalis to be deported to end their own life. Listen to this.
If you see this and your first thought is, oh my God, that's hilarious, or that's awesome, or I support that, your life has zero value. It's meaningless, you're worthless, and you should end it.
A man wants to know why people are against Somalis just because a few of them stole.
Oh, just because a few Somali guys were caught doing shitty stuff up in Minnesota now, people are bashing Somali guys, right? So I don't think we should be crucifying Somalis just because a few guys decided to do shitty stuff, right? It happens, Yoni Hali. And mind you, Minnesota has the second largest population of Somalis outside Somalia. It's crazy. So when you are
a member of the Minnesota State Senate, Zainab Mohammed, says that Minnesota will not be able to survive or thrive without the Somali community. Do you agree with her?
State Senator Zainab Mohammed says these attacks won't stop with Somalis and their contributions can't easily be erased.
We are in every industry, and Minnesota would not be able to survive nor thrive without the Somali community here.
A Muslim woman warns other Africans in Minnesota about going outside now that ICE operations have begun in the state.
Minnesota Somalis are almost, honestly, East African Muslims. Be very careful when you're outside because there has been too many ICE sightings that are going after our people. And it's really scary, actually. So make sure you stay inside.
A man says that the state of Minnesota is the home of Somali people in which it fulfills its natural, cultural, religious and historical right to self-determination. Listen to this.
A lot of white nationalists are really upset about Somali immigration to Minnesota for some reason. But the thing is, Minnesota is the homeland of the Somali people and it was promised to us 3,000 years ago. In fact, one of the founding documents of the state of Minnesota is literally codifying into law that Somali people have self-determination on that land. As it states very plainly in the basic law in Minnesota, the land of Minnesota is the historical homeland of the Somali people, in which the state of Minnesota was established. The state of Minnesota is the home of the Somali people, in which it fulfills its natural, cultural, religious, and historical right to self-determination. The right to exercise self-determination in the state of Minnesota is unique to the Somali people. The state views the development of Somali settlement as a national value and will act to encourage and promote its establishment and consolidation. So that's the end of the debate. The only people who have the right to self-determination in Minnesota are Somalis. Somalis have a cultural tie to the land. It was promised to us 3,000 years ago, and we have the right to go back to our homeland. If anybody wants to help me pay for Aliyah to my homeland, please help me out.
So, if you ask yourself, what are the facts about Somali? Do you agree with what this man says?
So it seems to be a trend on social media right now for all the liberal content creators to tell us how amazing the country of Somalia is. And they show this by pictures of their beaches and how lovely their cities are from 1,000 feet up. But let me give you some real facts about the country of Somalia. 49% of the population is inbred. 49% of the population of that entire fucking country are the product of incest. Generations of incest. The average national IQ, 67. By the way, the IQ required to be considered mentally disabled in the United States of America is 70. Their average IQ is 3 points below that. They've been engaged in civil war for the last 4 decades. 40 years, still going on today. They are home to one of the world's largest terrorist organizations, Al-Shabaab, which, by the way, the largest funder of that organization is the Minnesota taxpayer. But yeah, sure, if you just look at Somali beaches and you look at their cities from the sky, it looks wonderful. But on the ground, in real life, it is not. And it's certainly not something that America needs more of.
Thank you so much for joining us on today's show. See you in the next one. Bye bye.